What's going on, guys? MariK here, back with another Dragon Ball Super video. Today Bandai decided to drop a bomb on us with new reveals for set 6 for yellow and for black on a Saturday. We took a look at some of the black cards in this set, and some of them are pretty wild. The themes seem a little odd, though, going with like a classic Dragon Ball theme, along with a theme for the Super Dragon Balls. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. Our first leader is going to be Son Goku. He's from the Path to Power saga. I'm not really sure which saga that is. His permanent says if there is a skillless battle card in your drop area, you can activate this card's awakened skill when your life is at 6 or less. That's kind of cool, and I kind of see how we can have some fun with that with some of these skillless cards like we were talking about in our yellow video. Activate main says once per turn, choose one 4-star ball from your hand and reveal it. Draw one card, and this card gets plus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. Interesting. When your life is at 4 or less, you may draw one card, then choose up to one of your energy, switch it to active mode, and flip this card over. Awakened, he is Bonds of Friendship Son Goku. His activate main says once per turn, choose a 4-star ball from your hand, reveal it, draw 2 cards, then choose one card from your hand and place it in the drop area. Once per turn, when you combo with a skillless card, this card gets plus 5,000 combo power for the duration of the turn. It's not super grandiose, but let's see what that 4-star ball does first. The 4-star Dragon Ball is a 0-cost Dragon Ball. It says activate battle, choose up to one of your battle cards or leader cards, gets plus 5,000 power for the duration of the battle, and if it's a skillless battle card, it gets an additional 5,000 power for the duration of the battle. So, okay, so instead of drawing cards with the 4-star ball, you can power up a battle card or your leader card. And if you're playing with vanilla battle cards, you can make it even stronger. I actually have an idea with that. And I might be better off using this Goku leader, but we'll go ahead and wait to see on that one. Then we've got a new Wish leader, and I am much more excited for this than anything else in set 6. It is the Super Dragon Balls. It's got the permanent, this card can't attack. Activate main, switch this card to rest mode, choose up to 2 Dragon Ball cards from your deck or life, add them to your hand, shuffle any areas. His Wish ability says, when there's 7 Dragon Ball cards in your drop area, choose up to 1 Dragon Ball card from your drop area, add it to your hand. Which, I like that better just because, like, yeah, you can get a Wish card back, but if you didn't play a Wish card before you were to awaken with the regular Shenron, then you just kind of, I mean, you didn't lose anything, but you didn't get to gain anything from it either. On the reverse side, he is Super Shenron the Almighty, and as much as I wanted a Super Shenron slash Zamasu leader, this leader is really interesting. He's got the same first 2 abilities. Once per turn, draw a card, choose a desired card, and play it. It's activate main. Or remove 7 Dragon Ball cards in your drop area from the game and choose 20 cards from your drop area, then shuffle them into your deck. If you do, flip this card over at the end of the turn and take another turn after this one. That is actually something ridiculous. You add 20 cards back to your deck, which 4 of them are probably going to be your frickin' super combos if you've played them, and the others may even be your Super Dragon Balls, which by far are one of the craziest cards we have ever got in this game. Here we have the Super Dragon Balls. Unlike the regular Dragon Balls, they even have an energy cost of 2. But they say if your leader card is a Shenron card, draw 4 cards, then choose 2 cards from your hand and place them in your drop area. The ability is amazing. For being a 2 cost, I'm really not sure how I feel about that. Maybe you would want to run like a combination of regular Dragon Balls and Super Dragon Balls, but geez. Like, you're drawing 2 cards off of it. So, well, you're really just drawing 1 because you're losing the Super Dragon Ball, but you're able to draw 4 cards into your deck. You're able to choose cards in your hand that you don't want. You are able to set up for sparking, for your super combos, for your wish cards, like the Super Dragon Ball. It may cost 2 energy, but damn does it have some versatility. Up first, we have Quick Shift Krillin. He's a 4-cost, 20,000 power. He's actually Krillin Childhood. His auto says, when you combo with this card, if your leader card is black, you may choose 2 cards from your hand and shuffle them into your deck. If you do, draw 2 cards. He costs 1 to combo. He's 10,000 combo power. I don't know. Like, it lets you draw and it lets you put back cards you didn't need. Why is he why is he a 4 cost 20,000 if you're just going to combo him away? Like, you're never going to actually cast him for 4. At least I wouldn't think so, unless there's a card that specifically wants more, like, wants a childhood Krillin on the board. Then we have Training Buddy Krillin. He's a 2 cost 15,000 power. When you play this card, if your leader card is black, choose up to one skillless battle card with an energy cost of 2 or less from your drop area and play it. Then choose one of your opponent's battle cards that gets minus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. That's not too terrible. That one's actually a better card than the 4-drop Quick Shift. If you ask me, I feel like it's a better card. Then we have Master Roshi, Strict Instructor. He's our super combo. If your leader is black, your life is 4 or less, draw 1 card. Then we have Tien Shinhan, Returning Fire. He is a 4 cost 15,000. Seems a little low for a 4 cost. If your opponent's leader card is red or blue, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 3. Okay, so he becomes a 1 cost. When you play this card, your opponent can't switch energy to active mode with a non-awakened skill until the end of your next turn. Wow, they are really hating on energy manipulation in this game. Like, really. And they just limited Trunks to 1. Oh, jeez. They really don't want you having more energy than you should in 1 turn. Then we got Mercenary Tao, Ruthless Trainer. He's a 2 cost 10,000 power with Barrier. His permanent says if your opponent's leader card is green or yellow, reduce the energy cost of this card by 1, so he becomes a 1 cost. Auto says once per turn, when a card in your hand is placed in your drop area by an opponent's skill, your opponent chooses 3 cards in their hand and sends them to their warp. So, this card and Tien seem redundant as all shit. They just limited the 3-drop cell to 1. Which means there's a lot less of a chance that you're going to get cell chained. Which this seems really conveniently aimed towards cell. Obviously, this will hit other green stuff like Android 13, Lord Slug, but chooses 3 cards in her hand and sends them to the warp. That's interesting, and that's going to be a card to really look out for. It has Barrier, but I have a card off the top of my head that I side deck for certain matchups that would get rid of this anyways, so I'm not too worried about that one. Then we have Commander Red, head of the Red Ribbon Army. He's a 3 cost 19,000. Auto is Sparking 3. When you play this card, if your leader card is black, choose up to one skillless battle card with the energy cost of 3 or less from your deck or drop area and play it. Alright, so you get a 19,000 and then you'd get a vanilla 3-drop, which we've got a few that are 30,000, so I can see how you can abuse that pretty nicely. We got Bonds of Friendship, Android 8. He's a 1 cost 4,000 power. When you play this card, look it up to 7 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 skillless battle card among them and add it to your hand. Then shuffle your deck. When your Son Goku childhood card is KO'd by an opponent's skill or leaves a battle area, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. That's nice. That's kind of cool, especially if you were to use like one of the Son Goku blockers. Then we have our first extra card called Restore the Universes. It's a 5 cost Desire card. Choose 2 battle cards from your drop area with energy cost of 4 or less and 15,000 power or more, and 2 battle cards from your opponent's drop area with energy cost of 4 or less and 50,000 power or more. If your leader card is a Shenron card, play the chosen cards from your opponent's drop area in their battle area, then play the chosen cards from your drop area in your battle area in rest mode. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this card. So you play the cards in your opponent's battle area. It doesn't say which mode, so could you choose active or rest mode? Then play the chosen cards from your drop area in your battle area. Like, yours have to be in rest mode. I'm gonna have to think on that one. I know there's gotta be a way that you can really take advantage of that with some shit. I'm just trying to think of what you could do with it. Let me think on that one. Then we've got the 4-star ball. We already went ahead and looked at that one. And the Super Dragon Ball. I went ahead and looked at those because the leaders were very dependent on those, so I didn't want to go through all that stuff and then get to them. Then we have Aider Aid. It's a counterattack. If your leader card is black, negate the attack, then choose 1 skillless battle card from your drop area or warp area and add it to your hand. I mean, alright, I can kind of see how that might help a little bit, but I'm just not really sure how I feel on that one. We also have slight reveals from the second Broly pack. We've got a red 3-drop Whis the Instructor, a blue 10-drop Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta Frenzied Burst, a green 1-drop Paragus the Sacrifice, a yellow 9-drop Broly Explosive Wrath, and a 4-drop black Shenron Wishing Anew. So we'll get to see what those cards do next Friday on the 25th. And I gotta say, I'm really looking forward to seeing what some of this stuff does. Then we've also got the promo for the special pack. It's Super Saiyan God Son Goku, Energy of the Gods. I love the art on it. I love the Super Saiyan God Goku. I like it a lot more than Super Saiyan Blue, honestly. He's a 3 cost, 15,000. His permanent says if your opponent has 2 or more battle cards in play, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2. His auto is Sparking 3. When you play this card, draw 1 card. So it's kind of like the previous Super Saiyan God promo that we got. That doesn't necessarily reduce its energy to 1, but since you switch to energy back to active mode, you're playing both these cards for 1 energy apiece. Well, that's going to do it for the Series 6 Black reveal. Honestly, I'm interested in some of the cards, but to me, they don't seem as good as the yellow stuff. Like, I'm super hype about the Gohan and the Trunks stuff. The Saiyan stuff just looks cool, but for Black, like, I'm not really interested in, like, the Red Ribbon, the old, like, Dragon Ball Red Ribbon stuff. Obviously, I want more Android stuff, more Dr. Gero stuff, but as far as the Dragon Ball stuff, I'm not really too interested in it. It will be kind of cool to see what we can come up with all of the vanilla support, all of the skillless battle card support, so that'll be cool to toy around with a bit. The Super Shenron will be really fun to find a good deck with, but I feel like it's going to be just like the current starter deck Shenron deck, where you can just throw whatever together and it'll still work out just the same. But if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys are hyped for any of the stuff in the Black support, let me know what you guys think about the Super Shenron. I'm really interested in seeing your opinions on that card, or the Super Dragon Balls in general. Make sure you hit that like button down below for us. You know, we appreciate the support. We appreciate all of our subscribers as well. You guys have been killing it on all Dragon Ball support especially, and I really do appreciate that, and I have a lot of fun. And I really do enjoy having all these deep discussions with you guys on all of the cards and all the support we're getting and new decks, and just I really do appreciate and enjoy all of it. But with that, we're going to go ahead and get the freak out of here now, and we'll see you guys in the next video.